Okay, so let's check out this video from Ahrefs, SEO in 2025, how I'd learn if I was starting over.
Since 2009, I've generated hundreds of millions of visitors from Google search. But for the first time in 17 years, I'm questioning everything I know about SEO. SEO used to be simple. You'd find a keyword, post optimized content, get backlinks, and boom, huge traffic, huge income. But
It was way more simple than that.
that playbook is dead. Why? Mostly because of AI. AI has flooded Google with cheap mass-produced content, and in response, Google has cracked down harder than ever, erasing perfectly legitimate websites from search results. But
I would argue against that. I think AI has actually created better content. Before ChatGPT, there was unreadable content ranking in the top 5 positions.
that doesn't mean SEO is dead. Google still gets 5 trillion searches a year. That's roughly 100 times more conversations than ChatGPT is expected to have this year. SEO has just evolved, and if you don't evolve with it, you're going to waste months or years on strategies that don't work anymore. So in this video, I'm going to share exactly what I do if I was learning SEO from scratch in today's
Here we
AI
go.
era.
This makes
Now,
sense.
despite all the changes AI has brought to SEO, fundamentals haven't gone anywhere. People still search using keywords and topics. You still need to create content that search engines can find, index, and understand.
I don't know if you've been on LinkedIn, but it's full of AI SEO, GEO methods, which are still inherently traditional SEO methods.
And backlinks, they still help pages rank high in Google. So the first thing I do to learn SEO in this new AI era is to learn the fundamentals of search engine optimization because they haven't changed. Now, learning the fundamentals
Facts.
and getting good at executing them used to be enough to drive tons of free search traffic before AI tools, but they're no longer enough to stay competitive. And the reason comes down to a mental shift most people, even pro SEOs, haven't figured out yet. Before AI content tools became mainstream, ranking
So it's going to be user first search, basically.
on Google was easy. People would copy the top ranking page, add a few extra points to make it feel original, sprinkle in some keywords and cover subtopics, get a few backlinks to the page, and first page rankings would come fast.
Pretty much.
Because it worked, everyone did it. SEO copywriting became so mechanical that writing for SEO became an industry phrase. But
And this is literally what I said before. It was just junk. You were tired of reading, oh, like how to make a chicken pie recipe and what is a chicken pie? Where do chicken pies originate from before the recipe?
here's the flaw. Search engines don't buy from you. People do. Now that AI can mass produce this kind of content, it doesn't seem like Google wants to reward writing for algorithms the way it once did. Instead, it seems like Google is doubling down on what it's always wanted: to deliver the most relevant and useful result for any given search query.
As it
And
should.
are they getting it right all the time? Not even close, but they're trying. So if I were learning SEO today, I'd ignore many of the outdated mechanical approaches to writing for search engines and instead focus on creating genuinely useful content with a user-obsessed mindset.
Actually, it's worth it to do both. I'm currently testing the old way, which is just keyword stuff, right for search engines, and the new way. And honestly, the results are quite surprising. Like, it's 50-50 depending on the topic, depending on the competitiveness of the niche. I mean, if you completely make up a word and you rank it, you will rank position one, writing for both search engines and users.
What does that mean? Well, let's say you wanted to rank for the query, how to start a YouTube channel. Instead of asking, how do I rank for this keyword? What do I have to cover? Start by getting obsessed with what the searcher actually wants to know. Are they a total beginner? Do they need gear recommendations? Are they struggling to find a niche or something else? Then dig deeper. Why do they want to start a YouTube channel? Is it a creative outlet or a way to make money? How do they want the information? Would a checklist, step-by-step tutorial, or interactive guide help most? If you
I mean, this is marketing fundamentals 101, right? There's nothing new here so far.
don't understand the searcher's intent, you'll end up creating content that doesn't actually help the people you're trying to serve. But if you nail what they're really looking for, you won't just rank higher, you'll keep people engaged, build trust, and convert more visitors into customers. Now, that doesn't
Seems like he's missing out a big element of this. How to start a YouTube channel is so vague. It could target anyone. It could target like people who are already successful on TikTok, so kind of know how to make videos, just don't know how to fundamentally set up a YouTube channel. Or it could be targeting complete beginners to the creator space entirely. So what he's saying kind of makes sense, but it would be better to honestly just how to start a YouTube channel for a beginner, how to start a YouTube channel, or how to switch from TikTok to YouTube as your main platform, how to switch from Instagram to YouTube as your main platform, etc.
doesn't mean you should ignore AI tools. In fact, I think that every SEO, new and experienced, should be embracing AI tools rather than resisting them. The problem with generic robotic AI content isn't the tools, it's how people are using them. AI tools are faster and better than most of us at brainstorming, writing, and analyzing data. But the quality of its output is only as good as the guidance it receives. Take Joe.
Okay, so this was 3 months ago. I mean, within the first 3 months of ChatGPT being released, which was probably 2 years ago now, um, we knew that prompt engineering was important. So again, nothing new here.
Schmo, a guy who knows nothing about SEO. He can't guide AI to produce good content or to optimize his site for better performance because he doesn't understand SEO himself. So, what happens? AI ends up guiding him. But take Sam Edward O, a dude that's helped millions of people learn SEO and get traffic to their site. He'll probably do keyword research on his own, do some audience research, and collect clues about that audience from Google search results. Then he'll take what he's found, feed it to a tool like ChatGPT, and guide it to help him execute on his SEO strategy. And I actually shared the exact tactics and processes in a video when I used ChatGPT to rank #1 in Google in 1 hour. AI isn't going anywhere. It's one of the most revolutionary technologies since the internet itself. So instead of avoiding it, learn how to use it properly. And SEO goes way beyond just content creation, so the use cases are truly endless. Bottom line, use AI as an assistant, not a replacement. Train your
Yeah, pretty much. Make sure you know more than what you're telling the AI to know. You know, you've got to prompt engineer the shit out of it. You've got to do your research. You've got to know your customer, especially if you're trying to target a niche competitive market.
yourself to be the operator, and you get those operating skills through strong SEO fundamentals and first-hand experience, all of which you can learn for free in our free SEO course for beginners. Now, learning SEO shouldn't just be about learning what to do. It's also about knowing what to prepare for, because once the traffic starts rolling in, it's going to feel like free money. And that's
Honestly, SEO is so easy. The hardest part is actually the black hat stuff, which is kind of needed for everything now. The white hat stuff, you know, meta titles, meta descriptions, content, internal linking, this all technical SEO, and then white hat outreach. It's very basic stuff. I think the hardest part of SEO is actually strategy and staying ahead of your competition who's also doing SEO in the same field.
when things get dangerous. Google's going to keep sending you free and consistent traffic that doesn't fade over time, because that's SEO by design. The harsh reality is that that traffic can vanish overnight. It's happened to hundreds of creators, and we've actually heard their stories and shared them on our YouTube channel. It's real, it hurts, and it's unpredictable. So if I were learning SEO from scratch today, I would be preparing myself to diversify beyond just Google. I know that sounds counterintuitive in a video about learning SEO, but SEO isn't just about Google. The skills you'll build while learning and doing SEO, like keyword research, understanding search intent, link building, and technical SEO, will apply to nearly every search-driven platform in some way, shape, or form. For example, when I first started with YouTube SEO, I knew nothing about it, but I applied my Google SEO skills to YouTube, and we're now consistently getting over 1 million views from YouTube search alone that are important to our business.
This is facts. SEO in general, as a general principle, just Google search engine optimization, can be applied to anything. It can be applied to YouTube, TikTok, now Instagram, because Instagram pages are ranking, your website, your Bing profile, your Pinterest accounts, your Reddit accounts, SEO can be applied to absolutely everything. LinkedIn, another big one. So if you learn the fundamentals of SEO, you can literally create a web of solid traffic building utilities.
business. I've done the same with Pinterest, Reddit, eBay, Quora, and the list goes on. From my experience, any platform that sorts and surfaces content based on user queries follows similar core principles. But if you can master Google SEO, you'll be way ahead of the curve when optimizing for other search engines. At its core, SEO is still about one thing: connecting searchers with the best search results. But in a world where AI can churn out endless mediocre content, copying what already exists isn't enough. And honestly, it shouldn't be enough. You need to be worth finding. So if you want to learn SEO and actually succeed in the AI era, check out our free SEO course.
It's funny how we've gone like round in a circle back to where we began. Firstly, the internet was for good content, well-researched content. Then it became SEO spam. Then it became AI spam. And now it's going back to the search for the good content. Everything in life is like that. You know, even video games, they create a game, they make it, improve it until people get bored, and then everyone wants what they originally started playing, and then it's gone forever. The nostalgia's lost. Similar thing for search. But anyway, yeah, some basic tips there. Very scratching the surface of the where you'd how I'd start to learn if I was starting over. Um, what I'd start with is mastering Chat GPT, doing research into all the way they do the web search, and you can do that by looking into the web console. And then just continuously monitor AIOs, how and see how you can manipulate them, build tools that can, like for example, if you're working with an accountant, you could build a financial week calculator and see how it ranks in AIOs just with the dynamically updating every week. So you test dynamic tools, you test updating old content, and you test, just answering questions in above that. Anyway, we'll get into that in another video. But yeah, I would. It's not. It's an interesting. It's a simple video, but yeah, good tips in there.